let's go and get a wee bit of shopping. Had a bit of a war getting this thing MOT'd. So what happened was I replaced, I think you saw in a previous video, I replaced the distributor cap, rotor arm. I also replaced the rocker cover gasket and gave it an oil and filter change. And then I went all guns blazing for the MOT. By that I mean I dumped a bottle of Cataclean and a quarter tank of fuel, make it nice and strong, and then went a brisk drive up the motorway, and I took it to the test station. And here's a tip: if you do have a car that's maybe got a bit of is a bit neat on the emissions, shall we say, is to ask the MOT tester if they wouldn't mind putting it on the emissions test first, just as soon as you've brought it to them after going for a drive. There's my son there, son's at the play park, because that way the car's red hot, it passed, so I was delighted. So since then, I took it to the garage that did the welding, and I had the timing belt, water pump tensioner and auxiliary drive belt changed. So that's now all been done as well. I've also changed the rocker cover gasket as well, because it was an oil leak there, and the other oil leak that I got an advisory for, I think I've pretty much cured that. The sump plug wasn't tight, so the last person who did the oil change didn't tighten the sump plug enough, because I used an extractor. Sorry if you're rocking about there's vibration or the camera's falling over. I've got a new mount and it is absolutely crap. It doesn't stick to anything at all. The sucker with the rear lever on it just does nothing at all. So you're absolutely balanced in the back parcel shelf, and I can actually see you maybe going to disappear in a bit before long. Used to be some kind of car meet going on here. I don't really want that, but I'm going to have to stop. Not got anywhere near that car meet. Looks like Volkswagens. Interested in that. Where are they? They're not anywhere near me, that's fine. Just go over here. Have a wee look around the car again with those wheels fitted. Extract you from the back. Sony head unit noise, wonderful. Bunch of idiots over there. Honestly. Hope he crashes, man. So it's looking a lot better with those T-Grat alloys on it. I'll put a picture up in the top corner what it looked like with the speed lines on it, but it just didn't look right at all. So many levels. I've put those they were in the box, spares. Those are badges off of I think it's a Super Touring Vectra. I've got sticker versions. I had sticker versions in my Corsa, and I've got some more at the house. These are actual proper badges, so I stuck them on. I know the LS badge is still there, nobody's going to believe it, but yeah, it looks alright. So I mentioned I took the scuttle off, so the scuttle was cracked. It's easily cracked, it's just brittle plastic. So, sorry about the finger in the lens. It's really brittle plastic, the kind of stuff you get in food packaging, and it was all shattered and it was letting water into the passenger footwell, into the heater motor, and then into the passenger footwell. So what I did was I resealed all the sealant on the bulkhead with Tiger Seal. I didn't poke it, for anyone that's going to ask in the comments, in case it was rusty, didn't poke it. But sealed up, no more water's getting in. And the previous owner had a completely intact scuttle panel, which is really rare because they're so brittle. So he sent me that just for the cost of postage, which is fantastic. Also the wiper linkage was so worn that although the sweep worked correctly, there was a lot of lateral, so much lateral play that it was allowing this to spring up and hit the bonnet. So when you opened the bonnet, it clattered those every time. So I've replaced the wiper linkage, and now the wipers are sitting as they should. That wee sticker was on it when I got it as well, so a wee retro sticker. Fucking idiots. Public car park this. Welcome to Scotland. So there we go. It's looking alright. Well, you look at the interior as well. I think you've probably already seen it. Sorry about my crappy mount thrown there. So it's got SRI seats. Wee bit of bolster wear, but looks decent enough. And then the back as well came up good. Pretty nice. Let's get inside away from these doolally bastards. So it's got 206,589, but that's probably more like 226, and that's because the engine is out of a 95. The previous owner got this car, it had no oil pressure. He'd been bumped, but he liked the car, so he got his mate to put a new engine in it. Oh, and that would be about 2008, and it drove fine ever since, so good on him. So it's got slightly more miles, the engine, but it really does drive really well, it really does. That's cracked. I've got a new one of them as well, an intact one that the previous owner supplied, but I think you have to take the dash out to fit it. Fuck off. Fucking drifters. Anyway, sorry about that. It looks nice in here. Let's go to the shops, get away from these absolute dunderheads. Cheers.